is up, everybody? It is your boy, Trader Mayne here. How's everyone doing, man? Are y'all respecting the pump? The pump, it's always out there. Are you respecting it? Or are you being disrespected by the pump? Which is it? You guys can let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Get a little lip pilly going here. Just a little light back deck African shuggy to my dome piece. Quiet. What about now? Is that better? Hold on. Oh, wait. What the fuck? How about this? Is that better? Just a little of the finest. The good stuff. Back deck. Top shelf. That's the good shit right there, boys. Yo, what's up, Thomas? Lath. Con. What's up, Travis? How is it broken, dude? I just bought this motherfucker. There's no way it's broken, bro. There's no way. Man, you're the OG and you always tell it how it is. Respect. Thank you, brother. Yo. Fucking. Yo. That's gotta work now. I don't give a fuck. Okay. There we go. We're back. Just a brief hiccup, boys. It was just a brief hiccup. All right, cool, guys. What's up? Abel. Coin flip. All right. Now it's loud. I can't fucking win. I can't fucking win with you guys. All right, so anyways, I hope y'all are respecting the pump. Listen, things are looking good. You know, I'm making some good money. I hope you guys are too. I think pretty much all the things that I kind of been tracking and wanting to happen have been happening. So I'm pretty stoked, man. And I feel like, you know, you guys hopefully are doing well as well. I've been doing my best to share trade ideas. We've had some absolute bangers. I mean, Say from Telegram shared that at 27 cents. We're not even at all-time high yet, and Say already hit $1. So that's awesome. OXO, right? I mean, absolute banger. Shared this one at like 10 cents. That's a 2x, just straight up spot, no leverage. Gave out TIA the other day, which cooked. So I've been trying to keep you guys going, keep you guys cooking. Hopefully you've been making some money with me. And then obviously Ethereum, right? Like I want to say I was one of the biggest Ethereum bulls over the last few months. Yeah, Solana outperformed it for a little bit. But I was very confident that Ethereum was going to put in that God candle, right? I'm like, Ethereum's going to do it. It's going to do the thing. I said FBTC is bottomed. We called out the bottom and the higher low. And then Ethereum's up, 30, 40% from depending on when you entered. I was shilling you guys Ethereum at $1,800. Phil, probably one of the biggest gainers in the last couple days, posted that like 2 days ago at 620. So things are cooking. I hope you guys are making some money. I'm trying my best to obviously, fill you guys in with stuff that I'm doing. I'm trying to give you guys like plays that are, actionable. And then the education side of it as well. We've been going hard on YouTube, up the video content production massively. We're doing multiple videos a week, trade reviews, educational videos. So I hope you guys are crushing. I really do. And all the positive messages and comments and things like that, that's why I'm still here making these fucking videos, because I don't have to. But I love helping you guys out and seeing you guys succeed. It gives me the warm fuzzies. You know what I mean? A little bit of warm, a little bit of fuzz. So let's get into it. I'm going to give a quick review of Bitcoin and kind of what I think that means with regard to altcoins and stuff. But it's following the plan pretty well. We had this weekly fair value gap here, right? So I talked about this weekly fair value gap. This candle to this candle makes the fair value gap here. I said this is an area where I expect BTC to pause. And my hope was, hey, let's see BTC pause here and let's see alts go fucking gangbusters. And that's exactly what's happened. BTC is basically consolidated for, a week now, and Ethereum has gone nuts. A bunch of altcoins have gone absolutely crazy. AI coins going absolutely nuts. That's kind of me going in on Phil. That was one of my AI plays. OXO is also AI adjacent. So doing what I wanted it to do. I think the one thing that we need to consider going into tomorrow is the inflows. So last week we had almost 2.5 billion of net inflows through spot BTC ETFs. I think this long weekend, because today is a holiday in the US, so there was no inflows today. I think what we've seen on this most recent push up is a lot of perp buyers basically anticipating that the inflows are going to be positive, right? So we're going to wake up tomorrow, hundreds of millions of dollars in inflows. That seems to me to be what people are expecting. So the only real bearish scenario, and I say bearish very lightly. When I'm talking bearish, I'm talking a small pullback. I'm not saying the fucking run is over and we're going to crash and die. But if for some reason the spot inflows tomorrow or this week are perhaps less than expected, maybe there's a situation where we do get a bit of a pullback on Bitcoin, okay? In my opinion, that pullback is still for buying. Could this, I don't think that this cycle has topped. I think that, we're coming up into the 618 here. Right, we're coming right up into the sweet spot. We have this weekly fair value gap as well. But to me, I don't think this rally and this run is over by any means. Will we get pullbacks? Yes, absolutely. I think the thing people need to consider is where will those pullbacks go, and how will that kind of affect the rest of the market. People want a pullback here. We had one here, right? Like this was a 20% pullback in a massive uptrend. So to just assume that we're going to get another 20% pullback and you're going to get to buy at 40K again, I don't know if that's a bet I'm willing to make. I'm much more interested playing strength until there's a reason to not anymore. So until the market gives me a clear sign of distribution, right? So what could that look like? Maybe we get another big move up and then we reject and we're kind of back below the old range. Like something like, we're ranging, we get a big move up and then it's right back below. That to me might be a cause for concern. But right now, to me, this looks like it's either going to just break up from here, like that was the run just right there, and it's going to break up from here, or we get a bit of a deeper pullback into here. Probably see some altcoins pull back pretty hard if Bitcoin drops, 3, 4, 5%. But I expect this to get bought up quickly, assuming inflows remain good. And I think higher prices still are likely for Bitcoin here. The next kind of area of interest, I think, is 54 up to about 56. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I'm watching, seeing if we get some sort of pullback here. That's what I'm keeping my eye on. If that's the case, I'm probably looking to bid Ethereum and altcoins over Bitcoin itself, just based on the fact that I think Ethereum is leading for the next little bit. We called out this low, we called out this higher low. To me, this looks ready to make a fresh high above 0.062. And if that's the case on any sort of pullback, I expect ETH to outperform to the downside, meaning I don't think it will drop as much, and overperform on the bounce. So that's what I'm watching for on Bitcoin here, because Bitcoin still holds a lot of weight. So if it is going to pull back 4 or 5%, altcoins, Ethereum will pull back as well. But ideally, if Ethereum is strong and other altcoins are strong, they won't nuke too hard, and then they will outperform on the eventual bounce. So that's what I'm watching for right now on Bitcoin. Is this the low before the next leg up, or are we going to pull back in here? I'd be willing to bid this area. And like I said, I'm probably more interested in bidding the Ethereum pullback than I am Bitcoin. But other than that, straightforward. This is not a short for me. Could we drop from here? Is there a short somewhere on the low time frame here? Probably, right? You could argue maybe like, okay, well, we swept this high, broke market structure here. Your stop is here, you're shorting here, and you're targeting here. That's absolutely a trade, right? But you're basically trying to short, a $2,000 to $3,000 drop, but the upside potential on Bitcoin in the near future is all-time high. That's a 15K move to the upside. It just doesn't, the risk reward is skewed to longs right now. So if you're day trading, you want to take a short because this fits within your system, by all means, go for it. But I'm much more interested in saying, okay, if I think this is going to pull back, rather than try and short it, where do I think it pulls back to, and where could I long the dip from, right? So that's kind of the game plan on Bitcoin here. I'm watching to see if it does sell off from here. If it does, this is where I'm looking to bid. So this is like, 50K down to 48.5. I don't expect it spends a ton of time down there. And then hopefully continuation higher. Ethereum, I think, is the stronger of the two assets right now. We don't have a 12-hour swing high yet, but if we do get some sort of flush on Bitcoin, the area I'd like to buy Ethereum is, kind of as close to 2,800 as possible. I don't know if we'll get it, but if we do, this is where I would want to be bidding Ethereum. And based on Ethereum BTC, I think it would outperform on any bounce if there is one. So pretty straightforward there on BTC and Ethereum. I don't think we need to spend fucking an hour going through these two charts. I think it's much more interesting to talk about altcoins right now. So we can kind of get into that. But, I look at Ethereum, even if it pulls back, like to me, the draw is here. I think we're going to 3,600. It's just a matter of time. And I was calling for 3,600 here. What you're going to see now on Twitter, right, is you're going to see a lot of people uber fucking bullish. They're going to be telling you to long every dip, long. You're not bullish enough, blah, 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 blah. Problem is a lot of these people were telling you to go all in on these drops, right? Or maybe they were bearish up here and here and here, right? And it's kind of like, okay, well, you already told me you were all in. How are you going even more all in if you're already all in? You know what I mean? So I kind of made a kind of joke tweet about that earlier, where it's like, you know, people will be like, you're not exposed enough. And it's like, well, you told me you're all in already, right? Like, how much all in can you get than all in? So you're going to see a lot of clout collecting. You know, I'm one of the goats of clout collecting. I'm going to go find some tweet from December and I'm going to retweet it and I'm going to be like, I fucking told you so. But guess what? I did tell you so, and I put my money behind it and I rode the leg up and I made money. So I'm gonna collect that sweet clout. But you're gonna see a lot of people come out of the woodwork talking about all of this shit. Don't let that stuff phase you, right? I did a video just the other day about, like, I don't want you to feel like you're missing out. If you're on Twitter right now, it's going to be very hard to not feel FOMO because everyone is posting P&Ls. They're posting tickers that they're in that are up more than the ticker that you're in. They're talking about how you're not bullish enough. They're talking about how we're going to be going to fucking trillions of dollars in 2 years. It's craziness. Could they be right? Sure. But I'm in this to make money. And when I make money, I like to cash out that money and then I like to look for the next opportunity to make money. I'm not telling you to just take profits and, you know, sell early or anything like that, but have a plan, right? Don't let yourself get influenced by people who aren't managing your money. It's your money at the end of the day. You need to be responsible. So if there's people telling you that we're going to go to fucking trillions in the next 2 years and we go up for another 6 months and then correct 40%, like, what, you know, is that person still saying that? Did they short? Did they sell? Like, you don't fucking know, right? A lot of what you see on Twitter, and I say this all the time, it's fugazi, it's bullshit, right? So keep that in mind. Don't get caught up in the bullish hype and let it deviate you from your plan. There's nothing wrong to be bullish. We're in a bull market. Prices have been going up for over a year straight, right? So people acting like, oh, the bull run's just getting going. Like, you know, we've been going up for a year straight. Things will definitely get crazier if and when we cross all-time high, for sure. But it's just like, you know, oh, we need the institutions. Okay, well, the institutions are here. Okay, now retail needs to come back. And then AI is going to fucking $1 bajillion. Just don't let yourself get caught up to the point where you risk giving back a bunch of the fucking progress you made over the last, 6 to 12 months, even the last 3 months, by being over levered, doing something stupid like trading with leverage when you don't need to be, getting into a position super late when the setup's no longer there because you feel like you're missing out and you're chasing something. Have a plan, stick to your plan. Don't be afraid to lock in gains, because if you lock in gains and then we correct, guess what? Now you can buy back with more size. So just stay calm, play the strength. There's no reason to worry until we get some signs of weakness, okay? But don't let yourself get discouraged or into a bad position because of some shit you see on the internet, right? Got to switch sides here. All right, so just, stay calm, have your plan, execute. That's what it's all about now. Now's the time. We've got volatility. You want to be taking shots, absolutely, but don't throw your risk management completely out the window. Have a game plan, follow your game plan, be smart, and you're going to do well. If this continues, right, and we blast through all-time high in the next couple of months, things are going to reprice higher. There's going to be lots of opportunity to make money. So if you see someone longing something that's up a bunch, it doesn't mean you need to go chase it, trying to fucking get in because you feel like you're underperforming or whatever. There's going to be bumps and dips along the way. I'm very confident if we get some sort of flush here, all these people who told you to all in today, when alts are down 5-10% and Bitcoin's down 5+%, they'll be like, buying the dip, fucking all in. This is your fucking chance, last chance. And it's like, well, fucking you told me to all in yesterday, motherfucker, right before it crashed. So have a plan, be prepared to execute it, set your alerts, and let's fucking go. So I do think it'll be more interesting to talk about altcoins right now as opposed to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've kind of covered those already. I do think Bitcoin looks a little sketchy. You know, like this looks like it wants to roll over down to here. And if that happens, you know, all those entries that people rushed into today are going to look a lot shittier fucking tomorrow. Doesn't mean that we won't be higher at the end of the week, but if you're playing with leverage, right, or you have some ill-advised late entries, you got to be careful. And like you will long the top of these moves before the pullback. You'll wait for the pullback. You're waiting. You get caught up in the hype, expecting it just to continue, and then the pullback comes. Then you fucking sell what you bought up here, and then, you know, a week later, we're back up at where you bought, and you fucking lost money, and you can't buy as much as you could before. So let's get in some altcoins. So Phil is one that I'm in, as you guys know. It's an AI adjacent coin. I think the weekly setup is really strong here. And I think the monthly setup is really strong. We effectively have a monthly breaker, basically, right? So this candle, right? There's your down move. It flipped it, retest, and it's pushing. Yeah, maybe this pulls back a little bit, but to me, I think pretty high odds that we take out these two highs on fill and then probably overextend before correction. So I'm long this, as you guys know. This is just a spot play for me, not using any leverage, so I'm not concerned if it pulls back a little bit or anything like that. But yeah, I expect these two levels to get taken out. And there's a ton of altcoins that look very similar. You know, I longed Matic. I think Matic is probably good towards 160. Very similar setup here with the breaker. We have the sweep. It's pushing up. You know, maybe a little bit of a correction, but overall, I think that this reprices towards, you know, 160 plus. OXO, as you guys know, I'm, you know, crushing on. Beam, another one of my bags I'm super bullish on. Purely a spot play. What else can we look at here? DYDX, I shared this one, right? You know, I shared it here. I don't know what this fucking line is. This is December's range. Right, so this is December's range for DYDX. I do think we eventually will trade towards 350. It's just a question of, you know, do we come back down here first or what that's going to look like? But I am bullish on this on a decent pullback towards 350 at least. I think it looks good. OP, you know, we've got a little bit of a sweep here, but if Ethereum remains strong, this is something that will, I think, make new highs sooner than later. So this is another one that looks good. TIA, I'm still in my long. Struggling a little bit. I longed the H12, H1 here. Came up. I want to see this hit 20. I'm still going to hold. I think my invalidation is good. If I'm right, it shouldn't go back down here. So I'll be waiting to see what happens there. They're going to do this shit on stream, baby. Make me look smart. Stock market's back open. Right, so the S&P, I think, could correct, which could lead to that Bitcoin correction as well. Could at least add to it. I'm short EU right now. H12, H1 with the dollar coming into support. So again, I think a lot of people are going to long today and longed today and yesterday. And if this thing flushes, they're going to look pretty fucking stupid for aping into the highs. And then they're going to act like they didn't. Same old story, right? But let's see. I mean, to me, there's two ways, right? Like this is either accumulation and this is your higher low, right? Like this is your liquidity grab, excuse me, or we have a deeper pullback. Either way, I think we end up higher soon. So it's just a matter of, you know, what are you playing? Are you playing spot? Are you playing perps? Is Phil not on breakout? I could get it added. Okay, let's look. Solana. So Sol ETH, right, Is it finally time? Like, is it finally time for Sol to fucking start losing again versus Ethereum? You know, this kind of looks shitty now on the weekly. That looks like a lower high. And if we snap that low, this thing's going to drop pretty hefty into here. And to me, that was one of the, like, the maximum point of Ethereum hate was right here, which was the top of this. And then the next maximum point of Ethereum hate was right here, which was the fucking higher low. And again, I tweeted it out fucking for you, dialed you in, juiced you up. Hopefully you took advantage. What other coins can we look at here? Inge, you know, everyone and their mother has been trying to long this. We absolutely booty clapped this thing. Covered it on stream, did a trade review. So closed that already for 10R. But now looking at, let's delete some of this shit here. Right? We're now retesting this range high. And we've got a fresh 12-hour range right here. So again, right, if Bitcoin's going to pull back, I want to be looking for coins that I want to bid on that dip, right? Well, this is a strong coin. I think that this is breaking out of a, you know, long consolidation here, potentially. It's first higher high in ages. So if we get down into these areas on Inge, this is something I could potentially be interested in longing. So we get a flush, right? This could be a long. So what am I doing? I set alerts here. I set alerts right at the OB. And then I know if that alert goes off, okay, I'm going to pull that chart up. I'm going to see what's going on. Rollbit, I like. I think this goes up soon. People love to hate on Rollbit coin, but I think that this goes up soon. I think that this makes a new all-time high. Stay could be cooked for a little bit. Had a monster rally. But again, like, find your new demand. This is the weekly. If we get a chance to long back around here, I will. I don't think this coin is done. AVAX, a little bit underperforming here. I like this on the 3-day. Potential support here. And again, right? Bitcoin could drop 5%. This could drop 10% right into that demand. What do you guys want to see here? Let me know some coins. I'll chart them up. It's fucking warm in here. What the fuck's going on? H-bar. Wish I bought it down here, don't I? Yeah, I mean, listen, it's making a higher high on the weekly. So that's bullish. Wait for structure to form. Try and find the area to get in, right? That's a very big candle here. We've got a couple huge candles here. So we got to see, you know, where that comes back to. You know, does it hold these old highs on a retest? Brother, I literally just did say. Mayne, what are your thoughts on WorldCoin? Not sure what to think. AI plus Sam Altman coin, but the FDV is 74 billion. I know people think FDV is a meme. Also not sure where you'd enter. So, I mean, listen, I mean, is this coin going to become a $500 billion coin? Like, because that's what it's going to take for it to do a 10x. But yeah, I know it went up like a crazy amount. I think it's riding some of that, you know, AI hype. Like, that's a fucking crazy move. I wouldn't chase this. Like, I'm not chasing that. Like, I don't know how you chase that. Look at how many green 12-hour candles that is in a row. And it's up 200% in, you know, 5 days. So I'm not interested in chasing this kind of a move. But, you know, a lot of AI coins are going crazy. I think you can probably find something that hasn't moved this aggressively, maybe doesn't have as bloated of an FDV. I don't know if the Sam Altman factor is the difference maker. Maybe it is. But I mean, it seems like AI is going to be one of those narratives this cycle, much like, because you see coins like Tau, RNDR, this one, going crazy. So perhaps AI is, similar to a metaverse narrative, last cycle. One of the things you have to remember when playing these narrative plays is, like when the narratives are hot, the coins are going crazy. But when that narrative dries up, remember, most of these coins are vaporware and they don't actually do anything. Ondo has been insanely bullish. I wish I had listened. So someone on stream, last time I streamed, we were on stream and they told me to buy Ondo at 20 cents. AZTV on Feb 6th was like, hey, buy fucking Ondo, trust me. And I didn't. And it's up a shitload. From what I read online, one Ondo equals condo. So that seems pretty good. But yeah, again, like this is up a bunch. Would be interested maybe in bidding the 3-day order block here, but I'm not going to necessarily chase this move. Maybe I set some bids back at these highs at like 28 to 30 for some sort of pullback and then continuation here, right? So like you look here, pretty clear level there. So again, if you get that pullback on Bitcoin, that's how you're going to get these entries. So you're going to see all these coins have run, right? You're going to see all these coins and they have these big green candles and you go, how do I get on board? It's no different than here. This thing looks like it's about to go to infinity. Then it pulls back and then within a day, it's fully reversed and then it's making new highs. Well, how do you buy this, right? Well, you have to have the support marked out in advance because it's very easy to see a coin that's going up a ton, right? You see it doing this and you go, fuck, I want to buy. Or you say, hey, I'd love to buy here, right? It's going up. And then guess what? It comes here, but now this is a big red candle and it kind of looks scary and the market's correcting and you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know if I should buy this now. It's fucking scary. Even though, a week ago, you would have loved to have bought at those prices. So having a plan, setting alerts of areas where you want to buy if you get that dump in advance, it's going to help you act a lot more swiftly when those corrections come. Because if you do not have a plan, that's when FOMO creeps in. If you don't have a plan and something's going up, FOMO creeps in and you end up buying the top, right? If you don't have a plan and something is going down, FOMO creeps in, you sell your bag from here because you're like, oh, fuck, it's coming back to my entry, even though your entry was maybe at support, then you end up buying back higher. So if you prepare in advance, you have a plan, it's going to make you way more efficient at operating when these things actually happen. When price comes to that level and it's a big red candle, the best buys are after red candles, not green ones. Woo is another coin I like. I have a small spot bag of this. I think this looks good. You're going to see about a bazillion charts that look like this. It's like the cup and the handle. It's like one of those basic TA kind of tropes, right? Where you see like a big consolidation, maybe a deviation below, that's the cup, right? And then the handle is it's broken out and it's retesting. So many coins are here. Some coins are already here, right? But there's still a lot of coins that are here that have yet to put in that markup. Those are the ones you want to find. Now, there's always kind of a mixed bag between like playing laggards and playing strength. You can do both. Like a lot of people, and I've said this in the past, I'm sure in a tweet somewhere, being like, hey, find the laggards and those are the ones you want to play catch up with, Sure. But you can also play strength. Just because a coin's broken out doesn't mean you can't long it and it can't go up higher. So you can do both, but you're going to see a ton of coins that have these consolidations that are breaking out, and then they're retesting the consolidations and they're starting to go again. A lot of coins look like this. Those are the types of things you want to be looking for. Long consolidation period that's broken out, and you're looking to, kind of buy that retest, buy that next leg up. How do you get positions on new coins? Do you take profits on old positions, or do you always have cash coming in? I mean, me personally, I have cash that I make. I have sponsorships. I actively trade to get more money so I can buy more crypto usually, and things like that. But, if you're all in and, it can be difficult. But yeah, you can rebalance your portfolio. So like, let's say you have 100K to trade with, and you do not have any new money coming in, right? And you're like, okay, well, I own 40K BTC, 40K ETH, 20K Solana. Well, if there's no new money coming into the system, right, you're going to have to rebalance. So maybe this is Bitcoin, this is Ethereum, this is Solana. Well, Solana, your 20K, it 2x. Now it's 40. Okay? And now you think Ethereum's going to start running. Well, you can cash out some of this Solana, rebalance it, and now you've bought another 20K Ethereum. You still have 20K Solana, and now you have 60K Ethereum, right? Now your portfolio is worth 120K instead of 100K. So if you don't have new money coming in, you can rebalance your portfolio by trimming winners, stuff that does really well. You can trim, you can add it to something that you think still has more upside in it. You don't have to just hold the coins forever. It depends how active you want to be managing your portfolio. Some people are just going to buy, they put all their money in their fucking coins, and they're just going to hold it. And those people probably sleep better at night than most of us. But if you're actively trying to turn, and it's way more difficult. Like if you have 100K and you split it up into those three assets, right? So you've got your Solana, your ETH, and your Bitcoin. Let's assume that Bitcoin goes to 100K from here, and let's just assume that's a 2x. Well, now you have 80K here. So let's say Ethereum goes to 9K, which is a 3x. Now you have 120K here. And let's assume Solana goes to 500, and let's call that a 5x. And now you have 100K here, okay? So now you have a $200,000 portfolio. You've 2x'd your initial investment without doing anything. Now, if you're going to do the rebalancing strategy where, hey, Solana goes up, and then I'm going to pour that Solana into here, and then Ethereum's going to go up, and I'm going to pour that into Bitcoin, or Bitcoin goes up, and I'm going to pour that into Ethereum, and you're going to constantly be rebalancing, keep in mind that strategy requires a lot of work to manage and maintain and time the rotations, and it also runs the risk of what happens if after all that rebalancing, your portfolio ends up being 160K, right? So you rotate your winnings from Solana into ETH, and then from ETH into mid caps, and then blah, blah, blah. What happens if you just underperform if you would have bought and held? Sorry, this is 300K, guys. You're right. Sorry. And let's call this 260, just whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, if this is going to go to 300K without you doing anything, if you want to take the aggressive approach of rebalancing, you better hope that you can outperform your initial investment doing a 3x. Because if you can't outperform your position doing a 3x, then you just wasted a lot of time and stress and money only to underperform the market as well. Now, on top of this, right, depending on where you live, if you're not in Dubai or Costa Rica or fucking Bahamas or something, at least you're paying tax. So if you're buying 100K worth and then you're selling at a 3x, right? You're paying tax on the gain. But every time you sell Solana to buy ETH, and then you sell Ethereum to buy fucking some mid cap, each one of those transactions is taxable. So that's a whole nother layer of complexity that you have to take into with rebalancing your portfolio. So when we have a market that goes up as aggressively as crypto does, where Bitcoin could still have a 2x from current prices and is already up 3.5x from the low, are you talented enough, right, and locked in enough and focused enough to actually outperform the market itself? I've said this tons in previous videos. My day trading last cycle, so where I was actively trading coins, underperformed just by my spot and Bitcoin and Ethereum buys from near the bottom. I bought from 6K down to 3K, right? I bought from like 200 down to like 100, pretty close to 80. And this gain, where Bitcoin went to 60 and Ethereum went to like 4,000, was a bigger gain than what I made on actively trying to time the swings. Time in the market is almost always going to outperform timing the market, right? So it's very difficult to rebalance your portfolio effectively. Again, on Twitter, it's gonna seem like everyone perfectly exited Sol into Ethereum at the bottom, and then they perfectly bought all the AI coins at the bottom. In reality, most of that is bullshit. It's not true. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, okay? Doesn't mean you can't do it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but perhaps you're better off having a hodl bag where you're like, okay, I've got my 50K and I'm just going to hold my spot. And then with my other 50K, or maybe it's 75K here, and then you do this with 25K. And then maybe this I'm going to rotate and actually actively trade. Because if you have no new money coming into the system, the only way to get more coins, right, is to peel off of winners and rotate those profits into other coins that are then going to outperform the coin that you sold. That's easier said than done. Does that make sense, guys, what I just explained there? But like, that's a super, super important topic for a lot of you, because I know a lot of people, you don't have $1 million or $5 million. Maybe you have 50K and you're like, well, listen, if I buy Bitcoin and you know, someone said that to me today, because I said, hey, I think Matic's going to go up. And they're like, that might only do a 5X. Well, for how much money I'm putting into Matic, if it did a 5X, that would be a massive success, right? But for you who might only have 20K, maybe a 5X isn't enough, right? And you need to rotate it. What are you barking at? What? What, you want to come on stream? You want to come on stream? Up. Up. Everyone say hi to Order Block. Hi, Bubba. Hi. I know. What are you barking at? You're crazy. There's nothing out there. Probably gonna deliver you guy. Okay? Relax. You just come in here and fart after barking like that? You're fucking crazy. You are crazy. Okay, I gotta go back to work. Okay, so again, if you have a smaller stack and you don't have additional funds to put into the market, yeah, rebalancing might be something that you can do to try and increase your stack. But remember, you're trying to outperform the best performing assets of all time, right? So keep that in mind. My dog's name is Obi, which means a lot of things. Order Block, Obi Trice, Obi-Wan. It's got multiple meanings. But yeah, his name is OB, legally. Legally, his name is OB. All right. Drew says 100K subs this year. Thanks, homie. Appreciate you. RNDR. Sure, Drew. All right, Jacob, I see your question. You've typed it about 30 times. I hope you're copying and pasting, because otherwise you a savage. Let me chart this, Jacob, and then I'll answer your question. All right, is this the best one? Just trying to see. There you go. We got price history here. So RNDR is an AI coin, right? But again, it looks good. It's up a lot. It's up a lot. There's a lot of coins that are still here, right? And here. This has already begun the markup. Doesn't mean that it still can't go higher and that it won't go higher, and that you can't make money on the long side. But there's a lot of coins that aren't already in the markup phase that you can get on board with. What are you doing with my shoe? I swear to God, if you eat that shoe, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. But RNDR looks good. Like it's a clear breakout on the weekly. It's making a fresh high on the monthly here. This will then become demand on the monthly. Whether or not we come back and retest it, I don't know. But you can look here, for example. You mark this out on the monthly. No one thought that they were going to get filled there, right? It went from $1.50 to $3. No one thought you'd get filled. It corrects 50% and then rips again. So this can trade up and then end up coming back here. So don't completely count it out, right? But on a lower time frame, I'm looking, I guess here. I don't know if it's going to come back there. That is a pretty hefty drop. That's a 30% pullback. Maybe this is your SR level instead. A little bit more aggressive there. I'm sure on the lower time frame, there's a level in there somewhere. So there you go. There's kind of a more short-term level that you could look at for a pullback here. Again, Bitcoin drops 5%. Something like this could absolutely drop 10 to 12%. So this is the kind of thing where, hey, I'm going to set alerts here. And if we come back here, to me, this is a good level of support. And this is a strong coin. I'd be willing to bid it. We charted Phil. We charted Matic. Just know that I gave you Phil before the entire feed did. Just let me collect that sweet, sweet clout, baby. Mayne was in it before them. All of them. They're all talking about Phil now. No. Me. I was first. I'm petty. Yeah, as soon as people tell you that there's no pullbacks coming, that's when the pullback comes. It's like clockwork. If say goes to 30, you will never see me again. Okay? You'll never see me again. So you better hope it doesn't go to 30 because then I will be gone forever. Like, whoosh, vamos. Delete it off the internet. I know. Arthur Hayes is pumping my bags. How great is that? All right. So, Jacob, I said I'd answer your question. Yo, Mayne, what ICT membership should I start with? There are so many. Doesn't matter. I would say the 2016 mentorship is going to give you all of the ICT juice. Like, if that's what you want to learn all of the fucking concepts. It's fucking long as fuck. It can drag on. A lot of it is fucking useless, especially if you're trading crypto. But if you want the full picture of ICT, the 2016 mentorship, if you just want a single system, the 2022 mentorship gives you a trading system that you can just literally start trading. So that works too. Did you buy MOG? I don't know what MOG is. Yeah, right. You'll come back for clout. Of course I will. I am the clout goblin. See this face? Goblin face here. And what does that goblin do? He collects clout. You still think a 30% pullback is possible? Fucking anything is possible. Like thinking something's not possible is just silly. The question, it's not whether or not a 30% pullback is possible. It's if it happens, when is it going to happen? And are you going to bid it? That's what matters. Like trying to be like, oh, it's impossible for a 30% pullback to happen is just silly. Anything can fucking happen in these markets. These markets are insane and they're extremely irrational. Check out some new coins, DYM, Zeta, and Mavia. Okay. I mean, not much going on here. Don't sneeze. Don't do it, you son of a bitch. Don't you fucking do it. Ooh. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this coin. I have no idea what it does. Was it an airdrop or something? You know, it's just kind of hovering above support here. I think this, you want, if you're a bull, you want this to be the higher low right here. But it's, again, I have no idea what this coin does. It could go up from here. This should be support. What was another one he said? Mavia. Mavia I like because I own it. I was in the pre-sale for this one, so again, it's a game, right? So it's part of the gaming, you know, kind of ecosystem of coins. It's broken out. It's made a fresh high. Now it's retesting support. So if you're a bull on Mavia, you want it to kind of hold this retest. Pretty straightforward, I'd say. This guy says it's a modular L1. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Talk to Ledger and get up only going again. Ledger is not the one who decides if up only starts again. That's Kobe. When Osmine. I don't know what that means. What was the pre-sale price? I honestly don't remember. I don't remember, but I haven't sold any. I'm still holding my entire allocation. You get opportunities to write checks into these things, and you just write checks and you fucking hope that they fucking go up. Join late. Any thoughts on AI micros like Palm, PAL, and AI? Let's see. I mean, listen, fucking wish I was long this last week. That's what I think about Palm. You know, price discovery, not a lot to do here. It's breaking out of a consolidation. So you need to see some structure form, you know, and then maybe you bid some sort of retest back onto this range. Like that's the only way to play something that looks like this right now. Look at Phil, man. Come on, baby. $9. Just go to, fuck it. Let's get crazy. Go to 1,000. Go to infinity. PAL. PAL is one of those ones, or did you even say PAL or you said Pi? Well, I'm looking at PAL now because it's another AI coin. This is one where I remember there was like a bunch of drama because people were shilling it and then they were like, oh, they fucking sold their fucking bags and they were being paid to shill, but now no one cares because it's up, you know, it went up 500% plus. So those are, you know, it's funny how that works. It's only a scam until everyone's making money and then it's no longer a scam. And then when people stop making money, then it's a scam again. I'm of the mindset that you need to be doing everything in your power to acquire as much money as possible and turning it into as much money as possible for the next, you know, however long this goes on. Obviously, ethically, of course. I'm not saying to fucking scam people, but take your bags, get in, try and get free money through airdrops, whatever you can, get your fucking bag and try and turn it into more money because who knows how long this lasts. And when the music stops, it's could be ugly for a long time. And, you know, you don't want to be left there fucking, you know, going back to work or something. I go to Australia next month. Condo, exactly. So I've been told. Jupe. So wasn't everyone hyped on Jupe because it was like the Solana DEX, like the Solana Uniswap or whatever, and then there was an airdrop, and then the dev like rugged it, or I don't know if he rugged it, but he cashed out all of his fucking money. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, like I don't think Solana's going anywhere. You know, we've got a clear run of the lows here. So if I'm, you know, a Jupian, a Juper, you know, I want this to be the next leg, right? So you want to see this be the retrace, and you want to see this low probably hold for if it's going to go higher. That's how I would kind of be looking to play it. So it's into some support now. I'd probably want to see this low hold. Ideally, it could come down here again, but if this is going to go up, I would much rather see that low hold. What are your thoughts on Rookie's trading style? I mean, listen, Rookie, I've seen it up close. One of the greatest traders I've ever seen. I don't think how he trades is something most people can do. Rookie's got a lot of things going for him. He's very young. He lives in Dubai. He's got a big bankroll, and he's got fucking coconut-sized balls. Not a lot of people, you know, you'll see him flash a crazy P&L. Like I think he posted that he's up like millions of dollars already this month. What you don't see is the fact that some of those positions that he's closing for 6 or 7 figures might have been down hundreds of thousands in drawdown before it ended up going into profit. So to trade that kind of style, you got to be willing to hold, you know, potentially huge drawdown and not capitulate. You got to have, you know, rock hard confidence in your fucking thesis. Got to be willing to weather that drawdown, and you also got to be willing to fucking, you know, take profit, you know when to cash out, and also know when to cut your losses. And having a big bankroll helps you kind of mitigate that, but it's a very aggressive style. And when the market is irrational and going crazy like this, I don't know if there's anyone better than him at doing it. One of the best, good friend of mine. Yeah, I don't think his style is feasible for most people. But he's a master at it. I won't be in Sydney, unfortunately. Is he leverage trading perps? Yes. What's your timeline for this cycle's peak? That's a very difficult question. I don't really know. I think a lot of people are saying like early 2025, right? Or late 2025. Yeah, I've seen like some guys like Bernisky say like October 2025, right? I see a lot of people, I am going to Bali as well. I see a lot of people say just this year. I've seen people say, you know, we've got 24 months. I think one thing you've got to consider is we have been in an uptrend for a year already. So it's already been a year that we're in an uptrend, okay? So I'm not saying it's over, but usually when we break all-time high, that's closer to the end of the cycle than it is to the start of it. You know what I mean? So do we have 24 months left of bullishness? I don't necessarily think so. But do we have 6 to 12 months? I'm kind of more in that category. I think, you know, things could accelerate quicker than people expect, and then we could, you know, be done for a while sooner than people expect. I don't know about 2 years. That seems a little long for me. But you know, 2024, I think this year is going to be good and going to be bullish, I think. Yeah, October 2025, I think is what Bernisky's been saying. Yeah, listen, I'm not a cyclical trader. I'm not like saying, hey, this is the cycle has to end here because of, you know, timing and dates. That's just not what I do. When the market starts to look bearish, you know, and my mom is telling me to buy crypto, and people who can barely operate a computer are running crypto groups, and we have DJs and, you know, social media people like Logan Paul, all of them are talking about crypto again. Elon's going on Saturday Night Live shilling Dogecoin. All of that stuff happens near tops. We're not seeing that type of froth yet, but I haven't, you know, I've had a few people message me about crypto, but I will be in Perth, yeah. Mayne, I saw you at Costco the other day. No, you didn't, because I wasn't there. My wife goes to Costco. I don't go to Costco. Yeah, I mean, listen, KSI didn't come in at the top last time, but he came in near the top. Yeah, Coinbase being number one on the App Store, sure. Every single halving is followed by a higher high around November 1 year later. Yeah, I mean, listen, the halving is inherently bullish for sure. Tia back at entry. Oh, no. So look, Bitcoin is down 0.5%, and look at how some of these alts are acting already. Okay, so like this is why you got to be careful buying the hype. If you went on Twitter today, you would be worried that you're like missing out because you didn't buy, and you know, right before a potential pullback. Yeah, that's looking a little iffy there. I'm gonna sit in it a little longer. We'll see. But yeah, like Bitcoin's not even down 1%, and look at how shit is starting to puke. Right? Starting to puke. So if this drops 5% here, guess what? A lot of these alts are about to go on sale. Inge already coming back to potential demand here. So we'll see. And I mean, what we hope for tomorrow is you want to wake up and you want to see the money printer on. You want to see the inflows coming in. All right. What else do you guys want to see? What do you think about ARB? Let's take a look. So ARB is another one that I think is, you know, trading nicely within December's range. You know, I think it could come all the way back down to like here, into here, but ultimately I think 240 is where ARB is going to go and end up. Like, did I fucking call this or what? Right? And what's going to happen now is people who long shit today, if we dip a little further, they're all going to capitulate their longs. Be a nice leverage wipe. Think of how many people bought Ethereum today, just assuming it's going to go to 3K, and it stopped $10 short. And what happens if it drops like 4 or 5% now and then goes to 3K? How pissed they'll fucking be. Pepe. Which one of these is going to have the most price history? Listen, I don't think it looks horrible. Like, could come down, make another low here, but you know, you hope that it's doing this, right? Like, you hope this is where the higher low will form. Maybe it trades a little lower, But this is what you want to see. You want to see a higher low form somewhere around here, right? Like if you pull your fib from this low to that swing high, you want that higher low to form in this sweet spot, in this OTE. Just look at it. Just beautiful. We already did Ondo, brother. So again, a little bit of a correction here. Nothing to be afraid of, especially if you're well positioned. But when do you get these big discounts on altcoins? After one of these flushes. That's when you want to be paying attention. Tau may give an H12 setup this week. Let's take a look. I mean, God. So like Algod was talking about this at like $40 and I just didn't listen. I mean, crazy move. Like maybe back into here. Right? Like maybe. But again, like this is a super strong coin. If we get a big flush, like this is one of those ones that you bid. Every time it has a big flush, it like V reverses. So Echo bubble case from GCR. What do you think? I don't know enough about it to make an opinion. Yeah, like Matic, like, you know, you mark out something like this. That's where you want the higher low to form if it's going to go up. Pendle. No clue what Pendle does. Fucking apparently it goes up a lot. God damn. I mean, yeah, listen, if Bitcoin fucking pukes $1,000 lower, like this is gonna fucking take out a bunch of these lows. But that looks like a very strong uptrend that is now breaking, so probably cools off a bit. Check out comp. A lot of dinos have good weekly setups. I mean, look at that. I don't remember drawing this fucking gray box, but that fucking worked out well, didn't it? This is the problem if you forget to set alerts, is you miss shit like this, right? But, yeah, I mean, this could definitely... Listen, if it breaks out of this consolidation, it's probably going to fucking, you know, do a 2x very quickly. I know, it's your dinner time. I'm going to feed you soon. I'm going to feed you soon. I know you're hungry. Okay, guys, I'm just going to feed my dog. I'll be right back. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, you little fucker. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. D-pin narrative hasn't been talked about. I've seen Ansem and a few others talk about it. Yeah, we can look at Tesla here. So I, as you guys know, I started longing this early, but I do think that this is a good spot here on Tesla. Right on the monthly, and then I entered a little early. I started bidding here, and then I ate a dick. My average is 195, but I'm expecting this to trade ideally up into here is my target. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes to fruition. But we're filling this gap right now. I'd like one more little pop higher, and that'd probably cover. Personally, whatever you want to do with your money is up to you. Let's see here. Oof, we're getting cooked on some of these boys. Let's see. Hood has been a banger. I longed this down here. Never got my retest, so I didn't get very good size. Coin, again, I was bidding at 120. Had more bids down here. Didn't get filled. We made a new high. I think coin, could have another correction, sure. But as long as crypto is going up and as long as we're in a bull run and inflows are steady and we make a new all-time high on Bitcoin, I don't see why this can't continue to run. And I think it will. AZTV, I checked on, bro. I gave you a shout out at the start of the stream here. Just because you're watching now, I'm not hiding it. I'm not hiding the clout, baby. The clout is all yours. Oh, this is not it. The clout is all yours. I still have your name on here, bro. AZTV Feb 6. Crushed it, bro. Congrats. Hopefully you made some money. Fumbled my coin long in the last leg. That'll happen, man. But again, if you're bullish on crypto, you think we go higher, Bitcoin's going to make a new all-time high, all that fun shit. I wouldn't worry about coin too much. How do you normally play equities? Options, leaps, futures? Primarily when I'm playing equities, I play three ways. Straight up spot buying. Short-term options for day trading, so like same week or next week expiry, or I'll play longer-term options. Like coin was super bullish on it, bought some like outrageously far out calls, things like that. Yeah, AZTV should be comfy in his condo. Pith. This thing fucking fucked me. So I think I stopped looking at it. Yeah, and it was trading right around the same fucking spot as when it fucking fucked me over. But, I mean, we're into some support here, sure. But I wouldn't just blindly bid this maybe. I would wait and see what shakes out, with Bitcoin and Ethereum before trying to just bid that. Tesla, just spot, yeah. Best place to track ETF inflows. I mean, I get it from Twitter. So I don't have... you can actually watch, right, and see the Coinbase buying and things like that and try and track it that way. But usually at the end of the day, like Eric Balchunas or someone, who's tracking that shit will post and be like, oh, here's the inflows for the day. Litecoin about to hit all-time high. I do not believe you. I do not believe you, my sweet summer child. All-time high is a long way away, my friend. Whatever happened to Unibot? I think that when they went to Solana. So I know that they released like Unibot on Sol. I think a lot of people got spooked out, thinking that they weren't going to get the same rewards, because Unibot, I believe it rewards you in Ethereum. I think a lot of people were worried that they weren't going to get any of the revenue share on fees generated on Sol, but they basically came out and said, don't worry, like you will. The fees that come out on Sol, like, you know, be split or whatever. So I think a lot of people were worried and, you know, dumped their bags. I do think that this is still a good product. So if you believe in betting on projects that actually have a working product and actually do something, you know, this could be a potential one to watch, but, you know, it's been a bit disappointing for sure. But yeah, I mean, still one to keep on the watch list, keep on the radar. And yeah, Maratonin says, am I invisible? No, but there is, you know, almost 500 people watching, so the chat can go pretty fast at times. Listen, that scalp short on Bitcoin, I showed it, right? I already showed it, right? The sweep, the break, the retest, stop, right? Target. So that would have been the play right there. Could you short this? Sure, potentially for a continuation. Is it safe to unlock anything on ARB with the unlock coming? I don't know enough about what's going on there. To know. 20 people on Twitch. Hell yeah, Twitch gang. The Twitch homies are loyal. I know that. But yeah, you can just see, right? Like, if you look at your feed over the last few days, right? What have you seen? You've seen obscene levels of bull posting, right? Obscene levels of posting about AI, and how it's going to go to a bajillion, and how all altcoins are going to go way fucking higher. And I don't disagree. Like the total, what is the ticker for the alt market cap? How do I pull up the altcoin market cap? Or I guess you could just look at crypto total, right? Yeah, here we go. So this is excluding BTC and ETH, right? So you're seeing a ton of people post this chart, rightfully so, and saying like, this thing's about to go gangbusters. Like, what does this look like? Like, to me, this looks like Bitcoin, like back here, right? So I agree, like people being like, look, altcoins are about to go insane. You look at BTC dominance. Is that done now, or is this going to continue to rally, right? So I don't disagree, but Bitcoin is down 0.6%, and we already have some altcoins down 4 or 5%. Like it's still not so out of the woods yet, that you know, we're instantly gonna, you know, gig ascend to a bajillion. So you still got to be careful, right? If Bitcoin has a pullback, I don't care what altcoins you're in, they're probably going to pull back too, right? But if your altcoin is strong, when the prices rebound, that's when you really see it. What's up? Welcome to the Twitch stream, brother. Lean Hog Futures. I don't know what the ticker is for that, but let's see. Lean Hogs. Is this it? Damn, boys. I mean, Lean Hog Futures look bullish. Got a nice sweep of the lows here. Right? Nice market structure break there. Looks like it's breaking out here. Lean Hog. Hey, what are you doing in there? Where'd my shoe go that was right here? I saw you had it. Where'd it go? Huh? Where'd it go? Thank you, Edge Hunter. Appreciate that, bro. This doesn't look like an area of resistance. So I agree. I think the market cap is going to go higher, right? But don't, what I'm saying is like, just don't get, if you would have just aped into a bunch of coins today based on what you saw, right? You probably would be pretty upset with, you know, if Bitcoin pulls back 5% here, you're going to be like, fuck, I bought the top. Hell yeah, we stream on Twitch, bro. Yeah, like if I'm not answering you in YouTube, Twitch is got less people in it, so the chat's a little easier to see. Aptos, I haven't looked at this in a long time. I mean, still looks pretty good, right? If it once it breaks out of this, once it breaks out of this kind of consolidation here, right? If the market's going to go up, these types of patterns break higher. That's just what happens. Can you check out Whiff? Dog with hat. I mean, listen, I wish I knew about Whiff back here and ages ago when it was fucking pennies. You know, can this chart go way higher? This seems to have a extremely strong kind of meme power, right? Again, it doesn't do anything. It's a meme coin. But it has that feeling of like one of those coins that like the community is going to try and, you know, continuously pump. So, I mean, I would be willing to gamble on this thing for sure on pullbacks. But I'm not suggesting you go all in on something like this. That seems not smart. But yeah, you know, maybe 30 cents gives a retest. We already did H-bar, brother. Don't come in here and stare at me. I just fed you. And you've been on 2 walks today, a hike, and you went and played with Sal. Like, what else do you want? You just want to hang out. You just want to hang out, I know. And you just want attention. Such a big suck. Jesus, I almost just spilt that on me. Bro, I got nothing for you right now. I'm working. Talking to my dog. Arb looks like a Dalai Lama is about to happen. My friend, you don't know what a Dalai Lama looks like. There you go. Good boy. Mayne, can you take a look at Blur? Dog with hat. I've put a hat on him. I tried to support the movement. Again, like breaking out of consolidations probably trades much higher soon. But do you want to long it right now? Probably not. I would probably wait till the lower part of the range, right? So I would like to buy it closer to here, right? Closer to there, or on some sort of sweep of this low. Much more interesting. What's your default? All day computers, alerts, and run comp, limit orders, keep missing levels I've marked out. I mean, it depends, right? When the market is not super volatile, you don't have to be at your computer as much. But when the market's crazy volatile, you know, you're staring at the screen a lot more. You know, you're trying to fucking be locked in. You don't want to miss anything. Absolutely saying alerts helps. But if you got a job, that might not be feasible, right? The other thing to consider is if you're in swing trades and spot trades that are based on high time frame, you don't need to be fucking at your computer all day. Like, I bought Ethereum publicly down here and here. So I don't need to sit here and manage this trade every single day because I took the trade based on the weekly, right? We entered off this weekly break and then we entered on this weekly demand zone. So like that trade is just chilling. I'm not closing it until 3,600 and it can do this, right, on the way up there, and I'm not fucking worried about it. Now, can I actively trade Ethereum as well? Of course, right? And can you be day trading at the same time? Of course. But when you're swing trading and your trades are based on the high time frame, you don't really need to spend as much time on the charts. And when you get good spot entries, which I have, and hopefully some of you do as well. Like I've been posting to buy Ethereum this entire time here, and I was posting to buy Bitcoin this entire time here. So when you have those types of entries, you don't need to worry as much about missing intraday moves because you're positioned from lower, right? Sushi on the weekly. Again, so remember that cup and handle thing I was just talking about where there's a bunch of charts that look like that? Here is one of those, right? There's your cup, there's your handle. So like this looks like a laggard. That is probably a decent bet. If the market's going to leg up again, something like this can very easily put in a huge fucking candle. Man, I should have left this short open. I shorted this the other day. I literally shorted it right here. I closed it right here. And now this is probably going to fucking fill to the downside. Oh, well. We're in EU here. 2R would be there. Okay, see how that goes. Very nice look for my EU short. Manta is a really cool coin. Check it out. Another coin I drew a level on and I didn't buy. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a sweep here. That's a little worrisome. But, you know, there's your range low. So this could come all the way down here before going up again. I don't know. With how Bitcoin looks, I wouldn't long this here, but maybe on a sweep of this low perhaps. Good job. Sell low, buy high. Exactly. That's how you fucking get rich, boys. Sell low and buy high. Take your shirt off or I'm leaving. You do not want to see that, buddy. It is winter here in Canada and I am pasty. This is what would happen if I took my shirt off, okay? That's what would happen. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to wake up early tomorrow. I gotta start waking up at 6. One of the worst parts of where I live is just time zone wise. Like, if I wake up at 7:30 or 8, like a lot of the action has already happened. Looks rare. That's like a shitty NFT platform. I mean, listen, looks rare, looks like shit. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? Bro, this trade at 7 cents and it used to trade at $7. Looks like dog shit, dog. But hey, I don't know, maybe it goes up. I don't know what it does. I think it's the NFT platform. If you're buying this, you're hoping to God that this is the higher low right here. Right? You're hoping to God that this is your higher low. That's what you got to hope for if this thing is something that you hold. And if you hold this from way higher, I don't know if you're, right? Like this could do a 10x and it's only at 70 cents and the all-time high was $7. Just now, Coinbase is looking to launch a perpetuals future contract and other derivatives projects in Canada and is in conversations with regulators to update the country's policies to make this possible. Coinbase rivals Kraken and Gemini, who have also decided to double down on their investment in Canada. Could you link me that? That's pretty cool. It doesn't change the fact that this is a communist shithole, but hey. Pandas targets $1 bazillion dollars. Cool. I'll check that article out. Thanks for sharing. We already did say, guys. This guy says nuke it, send it to 32K. If we go to 32K, there's gonna be a lot of fucking tweeting, deleting on the timeline. But you know who won't delete any tweets? Your fucking boy, because I don't delete my tweets. Like Big Dick Bull, he dunked on me pretty good because I was like, act like you've been here before, guys. We're bullish. And he's like, oh, here's you posting a fucking bearish chart. It's like, well, welcome to fucking trading. Pretty confident I fucking day trade with more money than you have. But he got me there. But I don't delete tweets. If I get shit wrong, I get it wrong. I move on. It's not the end of the world. People who are like so obsessed with looking right to the point where they'll delete and hide tweets where they're wrong are fucking low testosterone beta bitches. Real life, real trading, you're going to get a lot of shit wrong a lot of the time. And if that worries you, this is not the game for you, right? Think of it like baseball. If you can hit 2.5 out of 10 at bats, you're probably a fucking all-star. If you can hit 3 out of 10 at bats, you're fucking like a god. Trading is not that much different. If you can be right 30% of the time, 40% of the time, better, but your risk rewards are 2 to 1 or 3 to 1, you're doing well. You're making money. Capo Giga High T confirmed. I mean, listen, you got to have some testosterone to be wrong for a fucking year straight and then still act like you're right. Halliburton. Why do you care so much about Halliburton? What is the ticker? This? What's the ticker? Give me the ticker. What's this? PHB. I love when you guys say, hey, look at a chart, and it's just a massive fucking fuck you green candle. Again, I don't know. Mark the support, set an alert, see what happens. Hal, H-A-L, Halliburton Company. I've never traded this ever in my life. So, I mean, listen, it looks like you got a triple top here. So, to me, like my eye is drawn as like that being where price is eventually going to trade to. So, higher low, potential higher low, and then smash that triple top. Tyrese Halliburton, Indiana Pacers All-Star. I've covered Inge already, man. Mayne, are you going to dip in a fucking ordinals, puppets, or nodes? I only know what one of those words mean. So I think there's your answer. We don't have bags of milk here. That's only on the East Coast. We're not fucking freaks. We have fucking cartons like normal people. We did blur already. Why not move out of Canada, Mayne? First of all, you make it sound like it's an easy thing. I have a dog. I'm engaged. I have an entire life here. I'm 33, you know? I'm going to have a kid eventually. I want that kid to be close to my parents and my family and my brothers and my friends' kids. So it's not like just, you know, people are like, just move somewhere where they don't pay taxes. It's like, or just make more money, right? Like that's the better solution. Obviously, if I could pick up and go to Dubai and it not be a fucking headache, I'd probably do it. But it's not that easy to just fucking get up and go. If I was 22, 24, fucking yeah, I'd be out of here. But, you know, I've got a life here. And if I have a kid, I couldn't imagine raising my kid far away from my parents. That would be crazy. I'm getting married probably 2025. Congrats, though, bro. All right, so let's wait and see what happens here, guys. I think we've got pretty good plan. I think what you do, you wake up tomorrow, you see if the inflows are pumping, If Bitcoin comes down here, I think you probably bid Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the alts you like. And we hope that we're higher next week. No, I do not want to raise a kid in Sayulita, Mexico. Jesus died at 33. Well, I don't think I'm God. So that's probably, I hope I survive. What would you do if your kid doesn't inherit your neck girth? I don't know if it's possible for them not to inherit the neck genes, but if they don't, get them in the gym, get them doing deadlifts, overhead press. That's going to get your neck big. What's the over under that we just bounce here? Well, here's the plan. You wake up. Exactly. Another fucking day. You get after it. I was raised in Mexico and I think I'm okay. But like, you're obviously Mexican. Is your family? I don't fucking speak Spanish. Well, that's not true. Yo hablo español. Papas fritas for the señoritas. Un otro cerveza por mi amigo. Time to shake out some yokels. What's with everyone saying the word yokels? The word yokel to me implies that you are a yokel. Oh my God, I can't believe this is going to puke and I'm going to be on the fucking sidelines. I really want this to dump to target because I posted this trade in the Haven and someone's like, no, it's not going to happen. And then if it does happen, I'm going to be like, ha, I fucking told you. Thoughts on DXY? I mean, I'd like it to go up from here. We're in this 12-hour discount range. I'd like to see it trade up into the premium here. FOMC is Wednesday. Yeah, you're Mexican. You have some ideas. Yeah, but like I'm Canadian. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's lots of issues with the country, but like I'm fucking from here. You know, it's where my family is. Again, like holy shit, he's speaking the same tongue as me. Órale, amigo. Órale, mi hermano. Yo soy la flama blanca. Yo soy el hermano guapo. Ooh, favorite burger in Vancouver? Vera's. You can't beat Vera's meat, as they say. I don't know. I just like, if you're moving solely to not pay taxes, I think you have the wrong mindset. Move where you're treated best. Move where you think you're going to have a good quality of life. But to me, part of my quality of life is being close to my friends and family. And absolutely, if I have kids, like I want my parents to see their grandkids. Like I couldn't imagine living in Dubai or fucking, somewhere crazy and telling my parents that you're going to, see their grandkid once or twice a year. I would hate to rob my parents of that. Burger Crush. I'll have to try it out. I haven't heard of that one. You sound like Will Ferrell in Casa de mi Padre. House of my father. See, I do know Spanish. Oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. If this fucking giga ukes, I'm going to be mad as hell. Niger has low taxes. I think you can move there. Congo has low taxes too. I don't think they love people with my complexion over there so much right now. Listen, as much as I shit on Canada, like Vancouver is a fucking beautiful city. If you've never been here, check it out. What year did I start trading? I mean, I started being aware of the markets in 2012, 2013, 2014, but I had no idea what I was doing until, 2016, 2017. I don't want to live in Sweden and pay taxes. Listen, taxes are the cost of doing business. My boss used to always tell me, if you're paying a lot of taxes, because you're making a lot of money. All right, guys, I think I'm tapped out here. Hour and 45 minutes, almost 500 viewers the entire time, which is awesome. So I appreciate that. Shout out to the sponsors, Bybit. Guys, I'm still trying to give away a Rolex. Okay, we need 200 signups on my Bybit link. The info and the Google form. The info is in my Telegram. So if you want a chance to win a Rolex, okay, for free, all you gotta do is sign up and fucking take some trades on Bybit. Info's in my Telegram. Shout out to them. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Bybit. Links in the description. If you want to join the Haven, you want to check out Breakout, #1 crypto prop firm. You can trade prop capital, take advantage of this volatility. We got all the AI tokens on there. We got Dog Whiff Hat. We got all that shit. Link for that's in the description. More content coming for that very soon. And yeah, I hope everyone's making some money. Hope everyone's having a good time. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Again, if you don't want to pay or do anything to support me, the best thing you can do is just engage with my shit, guys. Like the tweets, retweet, comment, watch the YouTube videos, like, comment, subscribe. That's all I ask. Doesn't cost you anything. I do this to you guys for free. So yeah, signing off. I'll be back. Another video tomorrow. Stay tuned.